about to witness is not just a performance, it's a reality that happens far too often. A reality that has taken lives, shattered families, and left communities grieving. Right now, many of you are looking forward to prom, graduation, and the freedom that comes with growing up. These moments are meant to be celebrated, but one bad decision could turn a night of joy into a lifetime of regret. Drinking and driving isn't just a mistake, it's a choice. A choice that can take away your future, your friends, or even your life. Today, we're showing you what can happen when that choice is made. This mock crash is meant to feel real because for too many families, it is real. Every statistic you've heard about drink driving represents someone's son, daughter, best friend, or teammate. Don't let it be you, and don't let it be someone you love. As you watch what unfolds today, ask yourself, what would my parents do if they got this phone call? What would my best friend do if I wasn't here tomorrow? And most importantly, what choice will I make when it really matters? Please watch, listen, and remember, because the decisions you make can mean the difference between life and death. Now let us begin.
To Douglas Fire, Marshall Health Systems, Douglas Fire. Need units respond Douglas High School. Area of Douglas High School, located behind the port of a two-car MVC. Involving multiple patients, upwards of 8 patients, possible 2 fatalities at this time. Douglas will proceed to route the station. Douglas 12, copy for station. Hello, everybody around. Douglas 603, clear now with Douglas Fire the two-car route. 603, copy on route. Douglas Engine 1 in route for personnel, Douglas High School. Douglas Engine 1, copy on route.
Marshall Medic 0 route.
Medic 0, copy on route. Red Star Bridge, 23.
Marshall County 312, I'll be en route with 603, two-car MVC.
Douglas Engine 1 on scene. No one copy, Douglas Engine 1 on scene. Copy 2 ejections, Douglas 12 command.
We can start moving around.
No one, Medic 0, yeah, cross.
As you see, what's going to happen is when we have this, we receive death notification. Good morning, everybody. I'm your sheriff. I'm Phil Sims here at the sheriff's office. I want to talk with you just for a few minutes about what you witnessed, about what you saw. Unfortunately, of course, this is not real. But many times, I've been in this 30 years, we've been on calls just like this. Many times, too many to be a matter of fact. But when this thing started, it gave me goosebumps. And I've been in this job for a long time. What you saw toward the end was a death notification to the families of the ones who died in the wreck. That's one of the hardest things that first responders, whether you're a trooper or deputy sheriff, medics, coroner, any Douglas Fire or whoever, that's the hardest thing to do, is to tell a parent or a loved one that they just lost a child, they lost a loved one. That's the hardest thing that we have ever had to do with law enforcement. What you saw today was a very real reenactment of what can happen. And this could have been avoided. I'm going to touch on it just real quick. Won't keep you too long. But there's things that you're going to be doing. You got prom coming up. And y'all are going to have to start making decisions about what you do. There's two types of decisions, guys. There's good decisions and there's bad decisions. This right here is a result of a bad decision. You got somebody going to jail who caused a wreck, that caused the lives of two people. So that person that went to jail, their life is probably going to be ruined for a long time. The lives of the families of the deceased are going to be ruined for a long time because of one bad decision. Because they got behind the wheel of a car drunk. You got to make good decisions, folks. Whether it's distracted driving, texting driving, or drinking and driving. Do not. All three of those are bad decisions. That is the result. This is the result of what can happen when you make those decisions. So, what I want to leave with you today is that you got prom this weekend, and even past prom, when you're going to college or you're going to work. Guys, make good decisions. Make good decisions in your life for good things. Because when you make bad decisions, guess what happens? Bad things happen. So when y'all leave from here today, I hope this was impactful on you. It was on me. I know it was on the guys who participated. But I want y'all to give a round of applause to our first responders, the drama team that participated. That was very good acting, very good realistic. So I want to leave this with you guys. As your sheriff, make good decisions. I don't want to see any of you like this on a scene. I'd rather see you out at a ball game or coffee shop or at Sand Mountain Park or somewhere athletic-wise. Not like this. Okay, guys? Y'all have a safe day. Thank y'all for being here. I think your principal wants to talk to you real quick. But thank you.
All right, real quick, we'll send you back to class. Listen, we do all this because we love you. We never want to see anything like this happen to you. So just remember this weekend And anytime, not just on prom weekend, but all throughout the year, make good decisions. And that includes not making sure you're not texting and on your phone when you're driving.
This person has first-hand experience with a drunk driver. She lost her son to a drunk driver. Unfortunately, and she comes out to these events and other programs like Under Age, Under Arrest, and she has to relive this, but she does it because she don't want this to happen to anybody else. So please give her your undivided attention, Miss Diane Frost.
Good morning, and thank you for allowing me to come today and tell you my story. It's hard every time to tell it. You're welcome to sit back down, get comfortable, do whatever it takes. I promise I won't take long. My son had went to visit a friend. He was on his way home when a lady that was .3 hit him head on in Panama City Beach, Florida, which is where we lived at the time. Brandon was 5 days from being 23. He was in college and he worked. It was probably the worst day of my life, boys and girls. I'm asking you to not have let Brandon die in vain. This generation can make a difference in what happens in this world. You can be the most popular, the best cheerleader, the best football player, the best basketball player, the best all-around person. But it only takes one mistake and all that ends, not only for the family, but for you as well. It's something you don't want to live with. So as my Brandon is coming down Back Beach Road in Panama City Beach, Florida, coming back home, this lady pulled out, unbelievably drunk, turning the wrong way, in the wrong lane, going 65 miles an hour. So was Brandon, because that was the speed limit. She didn't have her headlights on. So she hit my child head on. I'm going to tell you some raw, true facts today because I've been there and I experienced it. And I think that you need to know the true hard facts of how hard this is. I live every day thinking about my child. I hurt every day thinking about my child. Most days I cry. It's been 15 years since Brandon was killed. But you know what? In my heart, that was yesterday. It always will be yesterday. So as he's coming down Back Beach Road and she is in the wrong lane, 9 o'clock at night, you think, why didn't he see her? Boys and girls, she didn't have her headlights on. She was so drunk, she forgot to turn her headlights on. So he didn't see her. So they ran into each other. I truly have to tell you that we had just lost my husband, his father, 5 months, 3 weeks before that. So neither did I have time to celebrate, yeah, right, to grieve my husband. I had my child now to deal with. I get a call from a police officer who also worked for me, and he said, Diane, Brandon's been in a wreck. He said, we're going to go check on him, and I will call you and let you know how he's doing. 30 minutes went by, 45, an hour, nothing. By this time, I am to pieces. My anxiety level has already gone out the door. I knew something had to be bad wrong because Ron would have called me and told me. The next thing I hear, after we put on clothes, because me and my sister were going to go check on him, is that famous knock on the door. I looked at her and she looked at me. I went to the door. Ron, Tanya, and David were standing like this. He didn't have to tell me anything else. I already knew the outcome of what was going to happen. I had so much hate in me. A person should not be allowed to have that much hate. I wanted her to spend the rest of her life in prison. I wanted her to suffer for what she had done to me. It wasn't fair. But you know what happened, boys and girls? It killed her too. She left 2 small children, a 5 and 7-year-old, 4 and 8 somewhere, I'm not sure their ages, and she lived next door to my best friend. It's real. And there's no rewinding and turning back time once you make that decision. You will forever hold it in your head. It will never leave. I could not believe this was happening to me after just losing my husband. He was just a little piece from home. How much safer could he be? I thought he would be safe for the rest of his life. He would grow up, have a family. He had a girlfriend at the time. They were engaged. Alexa wanted to go see him. So we went to the funeral home. They brought him out on that cold slab. They dressed him, had the sheet on him to cover him. And when they brought him out, boys and girls, he had one little place on his face was all he had. But he was gone. As from this earth as we know it today, he was gone. I couldn't stand the fact. I couldn't take it anymore. My heart was dead. So boys and girls, my younger son wanted to see his brother. He lifted up the sheet and they had a toe ring on Brandon. The toe ring had a tag that said number 8952. So from that day forward, boys and girls, my son was not Brandon Faust anymore. He was number 8952. Get a chunk of that in your heart. 8952. No more Brandon Faust. Jordan covered it back up. By this time I can't even breathe. I'm so devastated. You can't rewind that clock, I remind you. When it's done, it's done. Make those wise decisions, boys and girls. You are a generation that can help us eliminate this. The person to your right now, or the person to your left, in front or behind, may not be here tomorrow. No matter who it is, we're never promised tomorrow. So I noticed that Brandon, he has such beautiful blue eyes, and they're natural blue eyes. Sky blue eyes, absolutely awesome. But I noticed that his eyes look sunk in. I don't know if they still do this today or if they don't do it today. But they did it then. I went to the office and I said, something's wrong. I said, Brandon's eyes look sunk in. I said, why? I said, he had the most gorgeous blue eyes in the world. She said, Miss Diane, We don't know whether you're going to have a funeral, whether you're going to cremate him, what you're going to do. We take their eyes out and discard them and glue their eyelids together so they won't pop open if you have a funeral. Those blue eyes were like thrown in a garbage can. His blue eyes in a garbage can, boys and girls. Imagine that. In a garbage can. Another rip of the heart. I said, I don't know how much more of this I can take. I can't do it. I want it all to go back. Before this, I want it like it used to be. I want him back. I want him here. I want her to go away to prison forever. But it wasn't going to happen. She was going to go to the grave. It can happen in the blink of an eye. I can't tell you the important decisions that you can make to keep this from happening. It'll probably be one of the most important decisions you ever make in your life, especially to a mother who can't get past still losing him and never will. I'm not going to keep you a long period of time today. I just wanted you to know the cold hard facts and to tell you that we decided how, I say we, it was me and my sister and my son, decided how we were going to spend our Christmas, our Thanksgiving, our birthdays, our life without Brandon anymore. The chilling facts were all settling in. I probably was the angriest person on this earth at that point. I only cared about my Brandon, number 8953. Boys and girls, I want you to know how I spend my holidays, special occasions. If you don't think it can't happen, you're wrong. I don't want you to be the next 89 some odd number. So I take my Brandon with me everywhere. He's in my heart every day. This is how I spend every day with my Brandon. We had Brandon cremated, boys and girls. This is my child. This is what's left of my child. It's real. It's him. It's my child, boys and girls. I leave a little sprinkle of him wherever we go and speak, in hopes that it will save some children, or some child, or some boy, or some girl, some man, some woman, from having to suffer like I've had to suffer. This is number 89. I can't remember if it was 52 or 53 now. Funny how we forget those things. I live this every single day, boys and girls. Don't let it be you. Don't you let it happen to somebody else. We beg you to make wise decisions. And don't have let my Brandon die in vain. You can keep this in your mind and in your heart forever and never make that decision to drive drinking. For me, it was alcohol, but it could be drugs or whatever else it could be. Boys and girls, please don't let number 8952, not 8953. I don't want you to be 8953. Have died in vain. You can help me get past this and not have to look at something like this the rest of your life that you caused, or your parents have to look at what happened to you. Thank you for giving me your undivided attention. I appreciate all your thoughts, your cooperation, and being so quiet and so kind. What an awesome school. Thank you.